for C. Like they were looking really strong. They even ended up winning a LAN tournament, the Riyadh Masters, right?
I think it was the Dubai Gamers Galaxy event specifically.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Sorry,
Yeah.
that other one was the.
That was LGD who came back in form, and 3-0 in secret. Yeah, that's a different storyline here. But yeah, Boom, they were the team to beat, right? Like they were looking amazing at LAN. I think, who did they beat? They beat like some big Western team. I know Tundra, I think, was in the grand finals alongside him, and that was when Tundra stocks were real high. And then Boom kind of come out of nowhere, bit of the dark horse in that tournament, and have looked, unfortunately, not as good since then. You know, it seems like they've kind of failed to capture that same sort of energy when they've gone to Stockholm, when they've gone to Arlington.
Yeah, I mean, certainly still not looking like scrubs or anything, but I mean, I guess it was a surprise when they did that well there. But yeah, as you said, the Stockholm major not doing as well, but at least qualifying through points. Like they did gather up enough points throughout the season, so definitely one of the stronger C teams.
And Soniqs as well, another team qualifying, I believe, directly through the regional qualifiers. These guys, of course, having a rebrand, formerly known as Quincy Crew, did make a little bit of a roster adjustment as well. I believe it was ahead of 2 or 3. Lella's had that itch to come back to play after he did leave the team after last TI. But a lot of this team remains the same here, especially, of course, the iconic mid and carry, Yawer and Quinn.
Yeah, I do believe they're the two people here who have they've always stayed on. Soniqs, Quincy Crew, like whatever iteration the team, whatever the state of the team. MSS almost always been there, but not quite. He was gone for a little bit. Leslow has been on and off, but he's not a veteran to this team as everyone else here.
Yeah, Fats, of course, I think joining alongside with them, and he's been a big voice for them. And did see them through success, at least in the regional qualifiers, qualifying first. As you can see, he's getting ready for a good game ahead of him. Yawer maybe still waking up a little bit, Quinn as well. A couple of yawns, but I'm sure they're all going to be able to shake that off here shortly, as our draft is just about to get underway here for game number 1 on the day. And yeah, I mean, Soniqs, you know, we spoke a little bit about how we were reading some of the pre-TI interviews, right? And for Soniqs, they were a team that was feeling, especially for Yawer, that was feeling especially confident heading into this group stage. I think the quote was, you know, are feeling ready to do a lot of damage here. And unfortunately, they've taken a lot of damage so far.
Yeah. No, they have. But I'm pretty sure they have played, at least like in the current standings, they play the top teams of the group, right? So they supposedly have a bit of an easier schedule here left. They have like BetBoom left. They have Boom now.
Yep, they've got Hokori and Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah. So, but I mean, they are also now, if you're looking at the standing, supposedly one of the weaker teams too. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how they do.
That's a very good point. As for Boom, the story is somewhat similar. They still have EG ahead of them, as well as Liquid and LGD. For Boom, their path forward does look a little bit more difficult, but for now, they're going to have to focus on this very draft ahead of them first. Take things one game at a time is usually what pros tell me when I ask them how far ahead they look in tournaments. One game at a time, one draft at a time, and here it is already in front of our faces. We've got BetBoom Esports on first pick on Radiance, and Soniqs will have last pick on Dire.
10 seconds remaining.
Yes. Okay, so we've been able to catch quite a few Soniqs games, I believe. Watched one yesterday. So unfortunately not a lot of wins, as you said, but yeah, so we know them a little bit, right? Quinn has mostly been on, like Quinn has actually been performing really well, like even in the games they've lost, especially like in the OG match, he was doing, like he was winning the lane both games, and the second game he was like spinning out of control, like just, I don't know, he was beyond godlike at like, what, 15 minutes or so?
Right. Yeah,
One death even in a loss.
Soniqs took in that very difficult loss, right? I think he was on his Ember Spirit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always simply overperformed, I feel like, in the mid lane, and that's something that Soniqs, at least in the NA region and during the qualifiers, have been able to rely on to be able to find a lot of space in the early games. It has been against some higher caliber opponents, especially here at LAN, where they have faced difficulties.
Yeah, so for me, it's looked like they don't have, because we watched Tundra Awakens right after, and I felt like Tundra Awaken had like stronger confidence in when to fight. And that can also be down to the opponents, right? Like when you're playing against harder opponents, finding the correct fight is harder. That's just how it is. Like they're gonna position themselves better. They're not gonna mess up as much.
Right.
So like now when Soniqs supposedly are facing a bit weaker opposition, like it's still Boom though. Like these are no pushovers. Like maybe if they can get this early game advantage that they basically have gotten every game we watched, maybe they can like snowball that into a real lead, like these 10k leads with like guaranteed Roches.
Yeah, you speak about how it's hard to take fights against teams of this caliber, and part of that is because you have a healthy amount of respect for these guys, right? You know what they're capable of. You've seen them win tournaments in the past and make some really god-tier plays, and you know it can be difficult at times, even when you're playing from ahead, to make the call and go in a fight. Thunder did look sometimes fearless, even sometimes I think surprising their foes with the plays they made. We'll see if Soniqs can channel a little bit of that to try and get out of lanes a little bit easier here, or if Boom as well is going to be able to get some of that, as again their path forward during groups is looking slightly more difficult than Soniqs. Either way, Boom with a bit of respect as well. They're actually going to ban out the Leshrac of Quinn.
Yep.
Is going to be kind of the only big surprise in the first phase of bans. Undying left through, Enigma left through as well.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Enigma. I don't know if I feel like the couple of series we watched, like this has been not banned every game, but quite a few games the first phase. I think Leslau, like one of the wins they had there, he like popped off with this hero. So yeah, and it's no fun, right? Like if you're not prepared for Enigma, we've seen so many times, like even when people get to pick the lane against it, they mess up and they just give this Enigma a free game, and he goes crazy. Just takes it over completely. That was also Tundra Awakens yesterday. He got a free lane versus a Rubik Ursa, and he just became too strong.
And here's a hero that we've been seeing get banned a little bit, enough for me to pique my attention, because I wasn't, and I was maybe not super happy to see the Silencer. As of course he's going to be the ultimate trump card basically to the Enigma BKB Black Hole. You have to be very careful on that. But yeah, I mean, it's a hero that we've been seeing get banned a few times. He is always one of the more annoying heroes to play against, in my opinion, considering he can just globally silence you from any range. He's got an AoE slow that doesn't let you cast your spells, and at 20 becomes undispellable. His nuke, Last Word, now applies damage on cast, so you can't just blink away from him either. Might be troublesome for someone like a Tiny.
Yeah, and he should now be, at least the early levels should be quite decent in lane, right? Especially if they go carry Shadow Fiend. I mean, we'll see. But then you basically have two range heroes, right? So you just press Curse of the Silent and you run in and hit whatever you want. And then, but on the other hand, like in the Silencer Enigma matchup, obviously it's nice that you can cancel Black Holes and you can do it from whatever range you want. But Enigma nowadays, they do buy this Wraith Pact, and like there are ways you can kind of play around not being able to Black Hole and still be very useful. Like you can go the Aghanim Shard too, so you just have a billion Eidolons. So yeah, it's not a complete counter. It's quite nice, but you're just countering one facet of the Enigma, and that's the Black Hole.
Yeah, absolutely. We speak about heroes that have really had a bit of a resurgence lately, and we won't see them here, but it's this Pangolier. I was taking a look at hero stats after we finished up yesterday and listening to our panel, as well as some stats provided by Lemaire, statistician for main event as well, and head of BetBoom. Check it out if you really like some Dota 2 stats for sure. This hero I think I saw had something like a very impressive 73% win rate yesterday on this Pango. I think Fear said it best when it's like, it does sink or swim, but if you can get this hero in the right kind of draft, and it doesn't feel like there's a lot of very popular traditional counters to the Pango, Bloodseeker, Grimstroke, there's another one. Batrider's a little bit of a counter, sure, but of the above listed, I think by far the weakest. It does feel like this hero can get a lot done.
No, for sure. And it's also, I think, with Faceless Void being a little weaker too, he gets more of a resurgence, because it's actually said Bloodseeker and Faceless Void were two very strong carry picks you could pick against it.
Right.
But now you usually just you ban out the Bloodseeker and you feel comfortable, because the supports are generally already picked, or as you said, they're not popular either, the supports that counter him. Like we were not seeing any Winter Wyverns. We're not seeing Treant. We're not seeing Grimstroke. Like these heroes are not being picked, so he usually ends up with quite a free game. And then a reason you ban him when you have Enigma, right? We talked about this many times. It's the swashbuckle. You clear out the Eidolons in 1 second, and then you get a Basher, and black holing becomes even harder.
Yeah, if not statistically about impossible, right? You get, I think, 4 hits on swashbuckle, 25% chance to bash on a melee hero. Yeah, math should shake out to at least 1 bash, unless Gaimin is not particularly happy with you that day.
Oh, for sure.
But TB going to be banned out. Pango also a good solution, right, to a lot of illusion heroes and more spam, not to mention, of course, his AoE control through the Eidolon. So I think BetBoom Esports also banning out perhaps a Yawar favorite.
Yep. And Soniqs, they have the last pick, right?
It is Soniqs with last pick, that's correct. So they'll have a first pick here in this phase, and then Boom get 2 to reply.
Yeah. Because we see Shadowfiend Silencer, then, I mean, you already have a few weaknesses in your draft, right, that you have to think about. So, like, all these summon heroes. I mean, I guess Shadowfiend is actually not that bad anymore. So I was thinking about Broodmother and heroes like that. They can be annoying. You also have to think about, like, I'm thinking about Sniper, for example. If you don't get more, like, some heroes to jump, like, a Sniper will just outrange Shadowfiend. Like, what, you're gonna global and Sniper is still gonna hit you, so... and Boom still need to balance their lineup a little bit.
Soniqs pick up the Undying right now. He's the 3rd most picked hero of the tournament. Of course, we have lots of matches running right now. 5, in fact. And there's a couple other heroes that are in the running with him for that 3rd place slot. But well ahead of the pack is this Marcy and SF. SF now picked in 39 games, including this one. But yeah, Undying also kind of being ignored in the banning phase here, which is interesting to me. And there's a hero, you know, we kept calling for, right? This melee position 4 initiating type can gank towards the mid lane. That's not Earthshaker. Earthshaker, I keep seeing Kips tweet it. You know, what's her tweet? TI players love Earthshaker more than winning because I think the hero has an abysmal win rate right now, but it's still a decent pick rate. Yeah, 12 matches at a 25% win rate right now for Shaker in this group stage.
Yeah, and it was actually similar in the last chance qualifiers. It had a lot, like, I don't know, I think it was over 30 games in total there, and it was also around a 30% win rate. So I mean that just comes down to you needing the dagger, right? Or like you're not comfortable enough playing it with the Aster shard. So like Tuskar, he has a free initiate with the snowball, so he can just roll in. Oh, and here we go, the sniper. I was feeling it.
What are you feeling about the sniper here? What are you into about this Team Fortress 2 referencing hero?
No, I mean the thing is, I was just looking at the heroes, right? And with the Silencer Shadowfiend opening, you don't have heroes that want to go in. I mean, Shadowfiend can go in after like 4 items, right? When he has Blink, BKB, Dragonlance, blah blah blah. But before that, it's just Sniper's just gonna outrange you, and every fight you take is gonna be very awkward. At least I like it that they picked up this Tuskar, so that will definitely help a lot. But I also think it's dependent on this. They show this Death Prophet, right? So you see Tuskar Death Prophet. Most likely they're offlane, right? Like quite a classic offlane combo. And then you see Shadowfiend's gonna be mid. And I've said it before, I think Sniper has a very good matchup versus Shadowfiend mid. So you have the option of either playing carry Sniper now or just putting him mid versus Shadowfiend.
All right, a little bit of flexibility there for Soniqs. Definitely does help this Sniper out. And yeah, Sniper very viable still in the mid or safe lane, in my opinion. Depends. I think maybe with an Undying, right, you could always go for some pretty nasty Shrapnel build if you feel like fighting a little bit earlier. And that is a very brutal lane to fight into, even for someone like a Tusk, right? Drop a Tombstone, a couple Soul Rips, and a Decay stack or 2. And Tusk is not going to be super willing to jump in on the Sniper, tag team or not.
No, for sure. You're most likely going to try to pull some waves. And then maybe when you hit level 2, 3, you can try to kill the Sniper. Yeah, you need to commit on him.
And a Broodmother ban, actually another hero that's been rising a bit in popularity. I think EG, at least for us, we're the first team that were really picking it, with Nightfall kind of dominating a couple games with this Spider.
Yeah, no, I think it's one more team. I can't remember it, but there's one more team picking it too. But EG are the ones who started off TI by making it look really good. It was in the same sense as a Beastmaster, or I mean, Nightfall overall has had a lot of nasty last picks, and the Broodmother is one of them. Yeah,
you're right. It's Aster, Liquid, Secret as well. Rezo getting a game in on the Broodmother. Looks like. And they did win, over TSM. But yeah, a couple teams. But EG, I think, they were the first to pick it. RNG as well. getting in on that Broodmother action. But not here, not this time around. There's a couple more Quinn heroes being banned out for good measure here. BetBoom Esports seeming like they're more comfortable with the Sniper running into the safe lane. Maybe want to force Quinn on a different hero. Sniper maybe doesn't strike me as the most Quinn hero either, if I'm being completely honest with you.
No, for sure not. I mean, he has played it. He can play it, but I mean, it's not his. It's not like his Ember Spirit.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Maybe who knows? Maybe he's got some really cool moves at the ready with that concussive grenade, right? His egg shard. But
I mean, I don't think there are any cool moves coming up. It's just you have to last it well, harass, and not feed, and he can do that. But I mean, it's never gonna be the same as his Leshrac or Ember Spirit because he plays them like the best in the world. So
yeah. And the Ember has gone unbanned, unless my eyes deceive me. They do deceive me. Soniqs have banned him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a terrible matchup game for Ember for Soniqs here. Like you see a Shadow Fiend straight up, then Silencer, then a Death Prophet, and that's just
good point.
You don't really feel like picking it anymore.
Okay, a Kunkka ban here. Another
I
one
just have to say quickly that I think maybe they picked Sniper a little too early. We'll see here, because Boom can still switch it up and pick a carry here.
Okay.
It's I feel like usually carries are better at countering Sniper later, except Batrider maybe. So like you can pick up a Spectre, a PA. There's a lot of heroes who can jump.
Spectre right now has not been touched in this group stage, completely ignored, neither picked nor banned.
Yeah.
So that would be a little bit of a newer option. And PA as well, only involved in 8 giraffes. So, I mean, it's not completely... I like the idea, right? I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But right now, it would be venturing into new territory here for BetBoom Esports if they do want to get on top of the Sniper. With a carry pick like that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you can go the other way too, like try to outrange the Sniper. Okay, they go for a Puck. I was thinking like a Zeus or something, but Puck is very, Well, they're gonna play this, like, if anyone watched Thompson's stream here during the year, he had a period where he picked Sniper every game mid. And this was the worst matchup I ever saw, like Puck versus Sniper. It was absolutely unplayable. I saw the best mids of C just running into the Sniper and being 3 levels behind.
So for Soniqs, can they maybe run this tiny mid and then pick a support here last? Is that viable?
No, I feel they should run the Sniper mid, for sure, versus this Puck.
Oh wait, sorry, you're saying that the Puck has a terrible matchup in the Sniper.
Yeah. The Puck can't play versus Sniper. It's absolutely unplayable. Yeah, so Quinn is playing the Sniper. The only option they have here is for the Tusk to like camp him. But then MSS has to do the same and back him up, so there's an easy counter there.
Okay. It's gonna be the Christmas tree Tiny. It's October. That means it's Christmas time already here for MSS. He'll bring out that tree on the Tiny, but most importantly, I think it's the black hole of Leslau, which we're gonna have to take a look out for here for Soniqs. Yawar on the Monkey King did play, I think, a game or 2 on the Monkey earlier this tournament. In fact, he did. It was one of his 2 wins as well. So we'll see how it's going to be able to do. A hero that doesn't mind fighting into a Death Prophet, perhaps, especially in the Wukong's command, might be able to force her back. I don't know. What are you thinking here? Last pick, Monkey.
Yeah, I think. I mean, they just wanted a slightly more active carry. I'm guessing that's why Monkey, because Monkey is not. It's not great versus, especially Death Prophet in lane. I mean, it's not terrible. It's playable, but as you said, like you can drop this this ultimate, the Monkey Arena, and you can farm in more like cooler places. You're harder to gank, so. The Sniper is the main, like he's the main deal here. Like you have to back up your Sniper. So if you have to sacrifice the Monkey King for like your Sniper to have a good game, you do that. And then you don't want to be some Spectre safe lane if you know Sniper is #1.
Yeah, no, I get you. So a little bit more like sacrificial, faster item build here for Yawar, right? Eager to fight, and leaving most of the farming here to Quinn on his Sniper. I know you're a bit of a Thompson stream enjoyer as well. I figured that one out, as you have referenced it a couple of times. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see how Quinn is going to fare here. And you know, what's the build first of all? Is it just take aim and headshot?
Yeah, you shouldn't. You don't go shrapnel.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I think you probably could and still do super well. I think you can do whatever you want. I think this is just impossible for Puck to play. He needs Tusker to rotate. They need to pull up some rotations. That's the only way.
Okay, well, the 23rd pick, Puck, into the 18th pick, Sniper. You were a little bit afraid, actually, that the Sniper was picked a bit too early. And now you've changed your tune. Quite happy to see the sniper mid here versus the puck. We'll see how Quinn will fare. Soniqs looking for their third win. Boom as well. Desperate for points now. Sitting at 3, what do we say, 3 and 7 it should be, right? With a lot, well, much more difficult opponents, I think everyone would say, right? Or at least opponents right now that are sitting in the top half of their group table compared to Soniqs, who have opponents in the bottom half of their group table.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that definitely has to favor them. Yeah.
Get a quick little pause here. First game of the day. Someone unplugged a cable or two, and there we go. It's a quick fix. Yopaj still into the middle lane. He's actually going to be scouted here by MSS, who has boots of speed. So it's not a free ward here for Yopaj early. As Leslout take my energy. The spray back into the mid lane.
Yeah. No, because I'm just thinking, so how did Boom win this? And I think they have the possibility, especially in both side lanes, to do really well. I mean, versus Undying, that might just be too much. Fateh's saving some gold for some? Okay, never mind. He changed his mind and he's buying, yeah, tangos and more mangoes. But the bottom lane here, like if you don't play this correctly as Tiny Enigma, you might have a really rough time. Like Silence or Shadowfiend could run you over if they kind of snowball and you're not like, because you're not gonna lose early, like you can't help that. It's just, you have to take your timing when it comes here, maybe tossing in to the tower, like stuff like that. So that's how Boom win. They kind of start running them over because they're very level dependent.
Okay.
On Soniqs.
We'll see if that is going to be able to be a way into this game. Boom, as the Avalanche Boundless Strike, they do stack the stuns a little bit. And without a toss, I don't think they get FBZ 2 out of position.
That was a little first game of the day right there.
Whoops.
See you here and go, ah!
Throw all your spells, quick.
Oh, okay, so Tim's actually, he skilled Ice Shards and is blocking. They're gonna have a really nice block here for Boom in the off lane. It's very nice.
Okay, that certainly qualifies as your laning shenanigans, pardon, that you were suggesting you do. And he can't double block, and he will. That is a very nice block indeed. Nearly underneath the tier 1 tower already for the Death Prophet. Will leave her sitting much more comfortably.
Very nice. Oh, he's gonna go for the pull too. Okay.
Fata's like not really sure what he should do here.
Yeah.
Was
never mind. He just blocks the camp. Okay. Now, because it's a little strange pulling, right? Because now, if you see here with Radiant, they have 2 creep waves coming in, and a third is gonna come soon. So you might end up level 2 here, being able to dive the tower, but yeah, we'll see.
By the way, Pi, I think that 2-time TI Twitch streamer you were watching, he might have been onto something. Yopaj already looking worse for wear here in the mid lane.
Yeah. No, I think this is very difficult to play, and it does not get better. It only gets worse. So like the last, so the hope here for Boom is the bottom lane really, where. Okay, I mean the Soniqs are doing this well so far, and if they can keep the wave here and Tiny it's level 2, like then you're always going to be scared, right?
Yeah, toss back becomes a possibility. He's a bit shy on mana, but securing some CS and harassing at the same time. The Eidolons will not double up. You can see Quinn is already, he's burned through the entire mana pool here of Yopaj, and he doesn't yet have enough for the bottle. Needs another CS on this puck before that'll be at least being fetched by the courier. Oh, he's scared too.
Oh, I got it.
There it is. Okay, that's bottle. He'll be much happier with that now.
He might die here.
Goodness gracious.
I'm telling you, man, this is so hard to play. I can't believe they picked it, actually. They've tasted Thompson already.
Yeah,
systems. I think I've seen him on stream getting this exact treatment before, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was Armel or someone.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, Thompson, he's lived in C for a while now, of course, having settled out here after his quote-unquote retirement. Of course, no one's ever really gone in Dota, are they, Pi? But yeah, he's been playing lots of C pubs, so yeah, I don't think Yopaj would be any stranger here to that Thompson mid-sniper. Then again, Thompson, pre-TI, when he started really gaming again, he was playing in Europe for the most part, so perhaps it was during that period.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, he's sure. You've played against the Thompson mid-sniper a couple times, have you then?
Probably once or twice.
What's the build that Thompson went for? Do you think Quinn is going to be able to mirror that? Or will he?
I'm not sure. He like later on he went for some. I don't know. It depended on. Usually like this, a lot of wraith bans, and then it was like Mask of Madness, Blink Dagger. It depended on the game a lot of the time.
Look at Quinn. I mean, he's being a menace here. The uphill miss is at least going in Yopage's favor, but the CS sure isn't. 7-1 for this puck as Quinn.
It might be dead here. It's close.
He has a force of healing self, so lots of regeneration. How is this affecting net worth? Mightily. Below the death profit right now. FBZ 8-4, faring slightly better right now than the mid lane counterpart. Is down bottom. They do make an aggressive play as well onto Jack.
Oh, they get a toss back, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wanted to point that out too. I mean, I'm too fascinated by the mid lane here, but they're doing it in the offlane basically. Like they're playing this Enigma tiny lane very well, and I think the Soniqs should be really happy with how this game is looking so far.
Boom, we're going to be disappointed there. The rune is grabbed. Yeah, Quinn even denies the Water rune. No chance there for the puck. They did rotate actually over MSS, or sorry, make that Fata. But it was still Tims who grabs the rune. But, you know, obviously Quinn happy with that. Puck a little bit less pleased as Yopaj has to go into the jungle to recover the bouncy rune. Not the worst trip for him.
I mean, and you can see here too, right? So, like, when the mid lane is this bad, like, you cannot even gank anymore. So, Sniper buys 3 Wraith Bands and a Diffused Raindrops. Like a Tusker coming in here being level 3 or whatever, it's not going to be enough. Like, he's going to kill you both. And this is the problem when your matchup is that bad.
You can see there. Oh, there goes Quinn again. Uphill miss, but he gets 2 efficient shots in there. 3 seconds of 100% headshot procs there on take aim. That's what that little quacky noise is every time you hear it.
Yeah. And the Monkey King is actually doing really well.
Soniqs, they're making a move here. MSS, he's going to actually rotate on over. Yopage's just used the Illusory Orb, so won't have that to evade. Not sure if they know that MSS is missing. Looks like he'll plant a deep ward in the jungle. Expect that to pay off later when Yopaj starts, you know, farming some jungle creeps. But it's level 6 to level 4 here. I mean, this is not level 5 for Yopaj, proving me wrong, but still an entire level discrepancy between the two.
Yeah.
Down bottom.
Yeah, there they go.
To Jaggy they go.
Hey, he should be dead here.
Yeah, trying to evade, caught by the avalanche. The toss back into 6 eager Eidolons. And that is Lelis getting a kill that time. SF is not able to evade him.
Shadowfiend is, I mean, he's almost level 4 to be fair, but reality is he's level 3, Enigma is level 5. And yeah, whenever Tiny comes down there, I'm pretty sure he can kill him.
Here's going to be the fight over the minute 6 rune. It'll spawn top. It's going to be an invis, and Fata is going to be able to avoid those ice shards. So that means he gets it. Oh, Scam.
Silencer, yeah.
Yeah, he's in trouble too. Scam Berlou. What to do here? Trying to deny himself to the creeps and is not going to get it, unfortunately. His courier as well killed off by MSS.
Oh, so they're gonna end up in the situation where like no lane is really playable. Like maybe Puck will hit 6, and then maybe he can try to combine with Death Prophet right when he hits 6. And they can try to yank this Monkey King or something.
And Yawar is just not that easy of a kill either. You can see he gets off the tree dance, and there goes that tag team. No snowball yet leveled in this lane.
Okay, so maybe here, okay, he sees Scam though, and Scam is running back bottom. I was thinking if both supports plus Puck would go on this Sniper, maybe they have enough time to kill him.
Yeah, Coil's about to be up here for Yopaj. And here comes Scam. Lots of damage on the Silencer, not a lot of lockdown, but maybe they're going to make the play now. Quinn is quite the daunting target, though, isn't he? I mean, he's got now the infused raindrops as well, so keep him healthy. Triple Wraith Bands. That's plus 9 armor now underneath his tier 1 tower.
Yeah. Oh, this beautiful ward that MSS smoked to place. Just sees this rotation coming.
Oh, and I think, yeah, that's a rotation preempting this from Fata. Level 2 Tombstone here. Lelis, pardon me, Leslau with the points in Black Hole. And I think Quinn... Oh, he's just camping this room. No, he's thinking about rotating down bottom as well. He's itching for a fight. His trigger finger is itchy. And no, right now he's just farming a stack. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so I kind of like his build there. So if we're going back to Thompson again, talking about his build there, he would always just go 0-4-4-0. Like, he would never skill his ultimate. He would have 4 in headshot, 4 in take aim, and he would just go for complete right click, right? Quinn is instead changing it up a bit, starting to max out Shrapnel now, instead of these passive spells.
No. perhaps his thinking is, he's only really needed the bonus range from take aim level 2 to, really out harass and win the lane versus Puckguard. I think anything else would have been a bit overkill here.
Yeah. I mean, it's just nice to have some spells to cast. I'm a little surprised he didn't skill ultimate. Like, if he's gonna start going for shrapnel there. The assassinate it's decent damage. Very long range too.
Good mental damage here as well, stealing his stack out from Boom. Not really much they could do to contest. Jackie as well is already farming up some creeps, doesn't even have a level 6. Bot lane has been completely abandoned by BetBoom Esports. Top, FBZ's got the push going. So active.
Oh, Scam is looking dead on my screen here.
Yeah, he looks dead on my screen too there. Quinn on a killing spree already, 3-0-0.
Yeah, so they're giving up the top tower. I guess that's better than forcing an awkward fight here, but maybe Fata was positioned up there together with Yawar. They could have forced a dive and then Quinn could have TP'd in, but at least you trade towers and it looks like they're gonna be pressuring mid there.
As far as levels go as well, it's gonna be Tim's who's left worse for wear. He's about to hit level 4, which is even with Fata and MSS, but lots of rotating early has left the supports, pardon me, a little bit wanting for levels.
Yeah.
Yopaj recovering decently here, did get at least the power treads online. He's maybe looking to make a rotation somewhere. Yawar, he's got some really great defensive wards up here. This one as well in the jungle right next to his outpost is going to scout anyone trying to gank him here as he can farm relatively safely here near his tier 2 tower. My goodness, that max Spirit Siphon this early is scary. Also scary for Yopaj, just 3 heroes. Maybe about to dive in mid lane.
Yeah.
Lela's connecting with the Eidolons.
But unless you're really diving the tower here, like Puck is one of the better heroes at clearing waves, right? 9-second cooldown, illusionary orb, just spam that.
Tibbs as well now with a point in snowball here at level 4. He may like for a jump in here, ice shards at least to trap Quinn. He is just farming right in front of this creep wave, but he has nearly the full backing here of Soniqs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Boom are in this position, right, where both their supports are not level 6 yet, so this fight is coming a little too soon for their taste, so they cannot defend.
And there's Eidolons now tanking for Wagon and for Quinn. So Boom, they just don't have it into this fight. You're completely correct. FBZ as well. He's not going to join, not without Exo, and that's on cooldown for another 20 seconds still. So Soniqs get a free tier 1 tower. Boom can just kind of sit by and watch, unfortunately. This entire time, though, Yawar is still looking worse for wear. His lane top versus the Death Prophet was not easy, so he's also on a road to recovery here alongside Yopaj.
Yep, no, for sure. But I mean, he's not that far behind, right? Like, he's basically the same farm as the Shadow Fiend.
Oh, that's a good point. SF, though, with also a difficult lane.
Yeah. Okay, a little smoke play here. We got Coil, we have, Exo is ready. So, let's see. I really wish they had this Silencer global, you know? But when you have, like, when your lanes are this hard, like, someone is gonna suffer.
Oh, and
It looks like Soniqs is ready for this.
Easy to break the smoke. And with
Sniper's
Quinn
in
behind,
perfect
this
position.
might be a bit of a trap. Lela's at the ready to go in for the black hole. The silence out from Death Prophet's going to miss, but out comes the Exo. MSS falling fast here, but they're going to break the Spirit Siphon, and the Ice Shards actually don't catch the Tiny. Now the counter initiation here, pick pulled up, is going to be Tim's, but there's vision there. And Quinn does not miss uphill that time. Tim's will drop, and FBZ is going to end up retreating here with the Exo active. At least he'll do so hastily with that move speed bonus he gets, but was really sorely looking for a fight.
Yeah. Oh, they were ready. And Tiny's quite tanky. So both ultimates used, nothing gained. It's unfortunate. And I mean, the good part here is Yawar gets to see everything, and he's catching up nicely.
Yeah, going for Echo Saber first, right? So it is going to be that kind of fighting first focused item. It does help him farm, don't get me wrong, but of course for the Monkey King, getting up to half of your Jingu stacks immediately is
Look at bottom,
nice
they
thing.
might go for a crazy dive.
Yeah, good silence, might give some pause here to MSS. This is also Yopaj who TP's in from the trees, nearly a full Witchblade completed, about halfway there anyway. Has those Blitz Knuckles ready to go. But again, with Quinn just still in the area, it is hard for Boom to make a go at this. There is Global Silence ready and leveled for Scam. So it's not impossible, but still without Exo, FBZ can really, all they do is a Spirit Siphon machine.
Yeah.
He's strong though, he's got Yule Scepter, so pretty tanky on this DP.
They're doing a little smoke here. I think Tim's knows. He's he missed it though. He didn't break it. So let's see if Jackboys reads this. The pathing is a little weird from them.
Yeah.
Like, Jackboys is moving exactly as you would expect. So like, how do they get it in on him here?
Especially without a blink dagger with the vision. It's not here from Boom. Global Silence is going to be triggered. Take aim wasn't activated here either by Quinn. And now in comes Yopaj, is going to find 2 men on the coil as Yawar hops into the tree. It's going to get cut down by Tims, taking him out of the fight momentarily. FBZ lingering on the outside of this fight, looking to try and find a way in, but again, doesn't have the Exo. And the pig pole is not going to save Tims here this time around. So Soniqs, they will move into the triangle. They'll miss their man Jackboys, but they'll pick up a kill all the same.
Yeah, I mean, I felt scared for Quinn there for like a second, right? But the Shadow Fiend hasn't even skilled ultimate, so like there's no way they're fighting there.
Yeah, and I don't know how scared he was. Once he got global, he continued walking up the ramp, so
yeah,
he didn't feel scared, although I'm sure he appreciates your concern. As FBZ now does have Exo. TP's coming in.
Okay, they're going for this, but Leslow is here.
Yeah, they can look to set up on something, but he's still a black hole machine, and he's got a Wraith Pact ready to go, by the way.
Who's going for who? Let's go.
FBZ, okay, he's not going to pop Exo. No point in it now, as he's going to die in the midst of the Wukong's command. It's a kill going towards Quinn, and Quinn doing the majority of the damage still.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
We have this Roche rune, the Gaimin rune, so to speak.
Check this out. You're completely right. I mean, you're right about the rune, but Quinn did actually go back, and now he's just max shrapnel. He still has that level 2 take aim, and he's even picked up Dragonlance, so he's not really suffering from the attack range penalty you might expect a sniper at this pace of the game, at this stage of the game to suffer from. But doing a lot of damage with the shrapnel, eager to fight, and now eager to Roche with the Gaimin rune.
Yep. It's one of these Roches that you don't want to do without this double damage, like it's too slow. Oh, okay. Look at Shadow Fiend down there.
TPs.
Okay. Don't want to let him farm for free.
Arcane Curse, last word at the ready, but it's going to be the stun from Yawar that does hold Jackboys in place for a second. He's looking to try and TP out, and I think Yawar lacks the damage. Leslow couldn't get in there in time for the Malefice. But Roche, is he going to go down? I mean, it's 2 people that do Roche here, Quinn and Fata, and Tombstone wasn't even used for it, just the DD.
Yeah, no, the Eidolons were tanking well enough. And it's just so unfortunate, because when you bait those TPs down there, like, hopefully your team can contest the Roche, right? Because, yeah, as you said, there are only 2 people there, but Boom are just so pushed back in this game that they don't feel it. I mean, looking at the scoreboard, they don't even have a kill.
No.
They're 0 kills.
They've kept the net worth lead here relatively low, right? It's just a 2k net worth lead, but it sure doesn't feel that way. And the Dota Plus win rate graph doesn't seem that way either, as Tim is likely to add an 8 here to the enemy side, as the snowball's actually onto Quinn. Does get the Mask of Madness off, though, and is going to tear apart the Walrus.
Yep.
Riddling him with bullets here. There's Quinn Sniper. It's working out, and he's got Aegis. He's got Aegis, so he's not necessarily... I mean, he's kind of an easy jump, a sniper, compared to some other mid lane heroes as he waddles around in the fights. But with an Aegis to back him up, he's feeling very confident. FBZ finds himself very deep here.
It seems like they saw him. He walked a bit too close to the mid-tier 2.
Yawar goes hunting, and I think he for sure saw him there. It's going to be the slow out from the Primal Spring. Yule Scepter as well. This at least stop Yawar from continuing to get the chain stuns in, but the door being closed now by Lelhis.
It's making a lot of space, I guess.
Good pathing, though. Yeah, the great escape here. The pursuit that comes to an end. FBZ trying to lifesteal, does use 2 siphon charges there.
His team is here, smoke too. Maybe they want to go. They're looking at Fata.
And the ultis are ready. There's a global. There's a coil. But Lelhis,
they're hesitating, though.
Yeah, they've got vision here, even for BetBoom Esports. But they just don't want to take this fight.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch up with the Death Prophet, right? That's why he didn't TP out either. He kind of wanted to bait, but timing just doesn't work out.
And this is Soniqs now moving with a bit more confidence, a bit more purpose, right, in these fights. It was actually Soniqs with that cliff ward, right? So they would have been much happier to end up taking a fight there.
Yeah.
MSS,
I mean, especially with the Death Prophet dead. Oh, the bottom tower here.
It's going to go down.
Yeah, it's looking mightily dead there.
And MSS, I was going to say, is farming his Blink Dagger, so he's actually out of the fights for now. He's actually nearly the poorest hero in the entire game, if it weren't for Scam, but finds himself actually poorer than Fata.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of been their only catch, right? Enigma obviously farming, so he has to... I think he did the correct choice. Instead of farming for Dagger, he was running with his team, getting all these kills. So, like, he's gonna get the Dagger. It's just a little bit later.
Leslau as well going for the Aether Lens after that Wraith Pact, so a little bit more reach on his spell, especially Malefice and the Black Hole, which sometimes can catch enemies off guard. With how much he can really stretch his arms there and cast that thing.
Yeah.
But Boom, not looking for a fight right now. They are.
War is looking for Jack Boys here. I think did you see him jump? No, I don't think so.
And now Jack Boys on the Requiem trying to get it off. Yawar though with the ulti up. He is gonna get him actually.
I think he's
looking for the TP away. The Midnight Pulse isn't enough damage. He's off and away.
Oh.
Safe and sound. Leslau, I think he TP's in, but a nicely timed Requiem meant he couldn't actually follow up there on the Malefice as quickly.
Yeah. I think Leslau should look to pick up a dagger here. Probably even instead of the other lens, because they needed a little more catch, right? Like you can see, they've been struggling slightly with it, because they only have 3k gold. They are way stronger though. Like don't get me wrong, but it's nice if you can keep building this gold lead.
Someone's aggroed that Pinecone Warrior. And it was maybe a pig who ran away, as Tims, I think he's picked up there by the courier, but he had no reach here for the side of Soniqs. And again, yeah, the catch is slightly lacking. MSS just needs another minute or two to get this Blink Dagger online. He's got already 1,800 gold. Yeah. I think Soniqs would do well to give him a wave or two, and I think that's what Quinn intends to do here, as he goes hunting for the Death Prophet, but he'll leave 2, maybe 3 juicy waves to the Tiny. I like that. Nice job there.
Oh, he's really looking for the Death Prophet. But the little tumbler's toy into the trees there, not going to find him there. Unless you scan.
And there's Blink. Quinn, he's like the hunter from Looney Tunes at this stage, looking really eager to find his mark. But his quarry has evaded him, that tumbler's toy. And still a TP. Scroll FBZ. All right, he's gonna tumbler's toy back out. At least think about it.
Yeah. He's kind of waiting. He wants to see some heroes on the map, I think.
Right. And I think Tims is going to see Yawar and Fata now chasing after him. Yawar, yeah, there he goes with the Primal Spring on over. Walrus Punch, the Snowball and Ice Shards, but Fata here stealing some strength. Global Silence committed here. And that might have been for mid, and I believe it was, because it did cancel a Black Hole that Lelis was channeling onto Yopaj. But Tims is likely still dead here, as Yawar does get the Jingu stacks up. He's fast, actually. Oh, but MSS is here with a blink, and there's a toss now, combo onto him. Does get caught. Ooh, Tims trying to live. Yawar actually falling a bit low, and there goes the Requiem. They do get a boundless strike out. But a buyback now. Yopaj as well, eager to fight, as they will lose Fata. The first kill here for BetBoom Esports. Tombstone being focused down as Tims does buy back. Okay. And that went pretty well for BetBoom. In fact, they want to fight even a bit more here, Pi. And why not? They actually still have Exo. No global, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're smoking up even. Oh, he used Hurricane Pike on Quinn too, so if they get him here, they get on top of him. They can't. Oh, this is bad. He's gonna die.
This could be scary. There's gonna be shrapnel. Gives them a bit of advance notice.
Oh no, they're scared.
And they guess incorrectly. Maybe they scared on the shards. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, they thought they wanted him, but they wanted no part of him.
And then they were facing down the barrel of that sniper. His gun nearly as tall as he is, and they decided they didn't actually want to take the fight.
Maybe MSS was there in time, but I'm thinking this is also one of those we saw earlier where DJ set up for a kill that should not happen, right?
Right, yep.
It's the same with this kill. Like, he should have Hurricane Pike, and that should make you fine, but he already used it, so in my head, when you're behind like this, you just go for it, but...
Well, I think it's tough to ask that of Tims, right? Hey, he's just bought back. You know, you've seen your progress towards Blink Dagger deleted. Go in there and die for a minute in case we get it wrong. You know, it is kind of a tough ask, but I agree.
Oh, they're catching Yopaj down there?
Yeah.
So hard, though.
The toss was onto an Eidolon. Lelis maybe just giving it a little bit of a joyride there, you know? You got to keep the Eidolons entertained, otherwise they rise up against their master.
Yeah. Soniqs, they have the BKB ready on Monkey. When they get BKB on Sniper here, they're gonna feel like way safer to take very cocky fights. Leslau also go for BKB. They're all quite close there. Both the Sniper and Enigma gonna have it within a minute or two here. So
yeah. Sniper especially, right? And Enigma, Leslau a bit further away. I'm not sure if they'll necessarily wait for his. If Soniqs do feel pressure to fight, and they just might, right? Because this Roche respawning in about 25 seconds, at least at its fastest. Could take another 3 minutes after then.
Yep.
Soniqs actually maybe looking to fight a little bit prior to this is they will pick up Tims on this ward. That'd be a dieback if they can actually catch him here. Downward Strike looking to set up for it now. It's the Avatos in from MSS to follow suit. Snowball into Arcane first, but Yawar pops BKB. Exo from behind for FBZ, but he's now caught inside the Midnight Pulse by the Malefice. Yawar, I think, yeah, they're TPing away here, actually. BOOM Esports, happy with what they got in the Yule Scepter. Self-casted there as FBZ was trying to cancel the TP of the Tiny. No dice, and that's Exo level 2. Luckily, Coil saved. Global Silence also not used, so not the biggest loss for BOOM. They do get that BKB charge. It's a dieback for the Tusk, but I don't know. Doesn't seem too bad.
Not too bad, but like I think that could have been horrendous for Soniqs. You see, they basically had 2 more BKBs, but they were not delivered yet. So if you take that fight, like you have a strong possibility of losing, because Shadowfiend had his BKB ready. And if you lose that fight, like it's a long Roche respawn now, but you don't know, right? So you die, you lose that fight, they get Roche, and basically you're going from like 80% win to 0% win.
No, though. Soniqs, they will retain control of this game as they will smoke up, maybe check the pit, but first into the enemy triangle. And once again,
going for FBZ.
Going for FBZ. I think they've lost their ward here, but of course they're going to be able to pick vision up on him thanks to him farming the wave. And he is easily killed off there. MSS provided enough control. Quinn with the damage. That looked easy.
Yeah. Now I think they should keep putting pressure on. Like, no need to stress this Roche that much. So yeah, Quinn is pushing out this mid lane. So at least keep 2 lanes pushed in. Like maybe you can let BOOM play here a bit in your own Ancients. It looks like MSS does not want that though, but
he does not. Oh, and he actually is gonna catch a glimpse of Skem, who has a gem. And I didn't mean to rhyme that, but it's always a crime whenever you lose the gem immediately after dying. That never feels good.
No, for sure. Okay, Leslow tipping bottom 2. They all have BKBs, right? So they can kind of just run in.
Jack Boys has a ward on himself, and Lelis without a Blink Dagger is not going to get in here too fast, but MSS sure is. And actually, they're immediately out of the silencer, caught in the black hole. No chance to cancel it, no chance to cast the BKB. Stare into the abyss,
they got
says
the
Enigma.
gem too. Oh no. That feels even worse than dying there for Silencers, losing that gem. Like, that's all his net worth.
Yeah, I mean, that was just unfortunately kind of, I don't know, like a cake of losses, wasn't it? It was just loss on loss on loss. He's caught by Black Hole. He's unable to cancel Black Hole right by Global Silence. He loses the gem. He was really there to protect the SF, right? And
no, I think MSS did a really nice job with like sneak, because they had a ward, so they felt safe. But he was kind of sneaking just outside ward vision and got his own ward down. So they saw them, and then it's just an easy go, right? Fata scouts the Roche perfectly.
Yeah, he's going to see the big guy respawn with Alex Shard. Roche number 2 at the ready. Quinn hasn't taken a single death yet this game. Yawar in a similar position. I mean, many heroes here actually haven't died. It's just Fata, the team feeder, with 1 death.
Yep.
But BOOM, maybe looking to inflict a little bit more damage now as they will smoke on out. They didn't use Requiem, they didn't use Global, and they know that there's going to be no Black Hole here for at least another minute, 90 seconds plus. Yep. The question is, Pi, can BOOM Esports get here fast enough? Because this rush is going down fast.
It's close, right? They have this double damage again, which is like messing up the timing. Like, I think they're too late, and it's just because of this double damage.
Oh yeah, they're going to have to take Fata again, as claiming Aegis and Shard is going to be Quinn. He's going to save BKB for a second life, but out comes the Exo. Jackie actually getting a little bit bullied here as he pops the BKB. BKB's now all around here, especially by Lelis, who doesn't even have Black Hole. But in they go. Yawar chasing back this SF, as I think Quinn is able to force himself out of the pit. Picks up a double kill now, as there goes the Global Silence, trying to protect Jack Boys as he evacuates from this team fight. But there's a gem on the Monkey King, and it's the gem of Skem that condemns Jack Boys and is maybe going to condemn BOOM here in game number 1. The Soniqs, they'll get everything from that Roche. They think buyback on Fata, but he's the only one to die in that fight.
Yeah. No, it was looking hopeful, but I think that double damage just messes up the timing. Like, I don't think the Roche dies. They'll be there in time to contest, right? If Soniqs don't have a DD. So, kind of unlucky. But I mean, also, there's absolutely no guarantee they win, but
2 Gaimin shots though. I mean, that's brutal luck for BOOM this game.
Yeah, it's it's unlucky.
I think if you know, if Soniqs end up picking up 9 somehow, I think that it becomes a quad DD run, right? Truly Gaimin level.
Truly.
Soniqs, though, already sieging the high ground here. Quinn, he doesn't mind just standing here and blasting. He's got Aegis, he's got his team behind him, he's got BKB even in 9 more seconds, and soon, a Daedalus. And now, to amp up his physical damage even more, there's a, not a Divine Rapier, sorry, a Desolator delivered for Yawar, who has very much taken this secondary carry role very nicely. He stepped into that one quite naturally.
Yep.
I have to commend him for that.
Oh, he's a very flexible player. Oh, Shadow Fiend.
Get out of there! That Shadow Walk is not going to help you here.
They're trying to poke a bit at the sniper, but
look at
they
that.
don't have enough, right? Like,
No.
it's not taking enough damage. He can heal
Full
up.
HP instantly. He doesn't care about Arcane Curse. He barely moves anyway. That damage, yep, full healed yet again. Fata still with a pretty big mana pool to work with here, actually. Did end up going for that Medallion of Courage and upgrade into the Solar Crest. I didn't really think we'd see this item built at all, this TI.
Oh, we've seen it surprisingly.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
I mean, it's only been like a handful of times, but that's more than I thought we'd see.
Yeah.
And did you see Yopaj try to deny the barracks? Which does nothing, of course, but is funny.
Yeah. I mean, it denies them, if it's especially the range strikes, right? That's like 200 gold each or something.
No, they still get the enemies still get the gold.
Oh, you still get it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it does nothing other than show up.
All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've tried to pull that one in my pubs. That didn't
Yeah,
work.
we're catching Jack Boys here.
Yeah, he is.
Trying to, at least.
And unfortunately, Tim's was with him, but he actually ends up TPing back. Jack Boys is going to BKB, TP away. Yawar nearly with enough damage, but with the Deso having no damage tax, not
Same
the case.
time,
But
Boom
look at
are
Boom.
smoking. Yeah.
Yeah, they're rapping here. And this might actually catch at least Leslau
This
off
is their
guard.
best chance.
Leslau, he's going to be jumping out. Tim's with the Blink Dagger, but no, they actually want Fatsa first. They want to get the die back. Leslau pops BKB, has Black Hole, but doesn't have a good usage for it here. Maybe thinking about going back on it, but Quinn standing his ground and fighting. Fatsa is going to die. Quinn with the Force Staff away, but here's Yawar. Oh, they delete FBZ, and
yeah.
Quinn with the right-click damage also gets through Tim's. Tim's at least with the buyback, but FBZ, he's left sidelined here for 40 seconds now.
Yep. And they were hoping for something better than that.
Okay, they're going to actually release it here as Yawar pops his BKB in time. Tim's at least able to claim Aegis off of Quinn. He's going to be responding, and there's the toss back. Leslau holding on to Black Hole because they don't even need it. That Jack Boys, he's made out of paper against this Quinn sniper, and the Wukong's command out from Yawar almost condemns Yopaj as well.
Yeah. No BKBs now, but maybe it's not necessary.
Quinn's got BKB. I think that might be the important one right now is, well, Boom, they might not be able to force it, at least before this bottom lane of barracks is taken. Scam, he's got at least this Veil of Discord, so he's able to amp his damage, but it's just simply not enough. Even without Fata here, Quinn having no problem staying healthy.
Yeah. Oh, Quinn,
Okay,
Quinn playing the perfect game, right? I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, just the Aegis death there, but of course that doesn't count.
Oh,
Or
that's
boundless
baited.
striking, stopping Leslau from finding any farm. That was rude. Know your place, Lelis. He says, I'm position 2 at least this game.
Yeah.
It breaks. Look at this. He breaks. What does he really want here? He broke Smoke even there to get off an auto attack. Maybe he wants neutrals real bad?
I wants to deny Leslau his Blink Tiger.
Yeah, that he does.
Just having a little laugh.
The game is in a very good position here. 3-20 here. Soniqs, can they get 2 more? It looks pretty easy for them, actually, but maybe, oh, just maybe they can get through this tiny. Quinn holding onto the Force Staff, though, so Boom not allowing themselves to get kited out by that. The Boundless Strike is just a little early there from Yawar.
Yeah. No, it looks very hard for Boom to get in there. And you can see, like, that fight when they wrapped around, right? The Silencer never showed or casted any spells. He was just waiting for the Black Hole.
Right.
So they... I don't know if that's the correct decision there. Like, maybe they need this damage too.
Yeah, because the positioning by Boom was like pretty excellent in that fight, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think Lelis wanted the Black Hole there, especially considering the Silencer was missing. Sure, granted, but even then, it'd just be a one-man Black Hole, and it just didn't prove to be necessary.
Yeah. No, but that can be the problem, right, in the Silencer versus Enigma matchup. If you're way too focused on this Black Hole, like, what are you then? You're not even a hero anymore. Like, if you cancel one of Enigma's spells, that's your only thing you do, like, probably not worth it. Like, you need to get in there, get some curse of get the last word down, get Arcane Curse in. Especially when you're playing from behind, they need to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Soniqs, you can tell, right, the state that they're in this tournament, because they're going to back up and play it very patiently here. Not leaving anything to risk here. They're going to get their next volley of items. Maybe they even wait for next Roche Pie, and honestly, I can't blame them. Again, from where they're standing in the group table, they got 9 teams ahead of them. 8 teams, actually, because they're tied for 9th alongside BetBoom, and that's not a comfortable place to be in. 2 teams eliminated. Right now, if group stages were to end at this moment, they'd be one of them.
Yeah, now for sure. Yeah, they're doing a little smoke here, so like I think this is fine.
Yeah, Satanic now for Quinn, and I think Blink for Leslau. Just leave him without buybacks.
They're going to see Tims.
He's going to be the one to break the smoke. MSS goes in. He almost actually catches Jackboys with that, and now Yawar sees him actually with the Gem of True Sight. That's a dieback for Tims. The Gem and Jackboys, no chance to escape. BKB or not, he is dead. Does have buyback, so he saved the BKB for then, if needed. And my goodness, look at Yawar jumping around here. He's straight into the tower with the Deso debuff. They want to force some buybacks here, as MSS even wants to force a death, and that's a big jump, and no buyback here on Skem. That frees up Lelis and the rest of Soniqs. Everyone onto the high ground now. Jackboys is going to pop BKB. Yawar, MSS, and Leslau will get off of the high ground as they're ready to counter initiate, but actually they're going to break the
black hole.
Yeah, the coil broke. Quinn back to full HP. Jackboy's just standing outside a black hole doing what he can, but Soniqs, they're just too far ahead right now. All 5 dead. GG, well played, called, and Soniqs will equalize here now with BetBoom Esports. So they are going to take game number 1.
Very nice game by Soniqs, and I have to say, like, I can't believe they gave them that matchup in the mid lane, the sniper versus puck. I think that just made it too hard to play. Like already your Shadowfiend lane was like you need to play really well to get away with that lane, like the Shadowfiend silencer. Like you think like,